Hey, let's go ahead and take a look at a weekly candle close this week, see where we're going here. And the following week, let's look at some key levels that we've been on. Where are we at? Let's go ahead and dig into the charts and find those key levels for this coming week that you're looking for, and see where we're really at on BTC, and looking at the market here. We have a lot going on right now. The one thing is that you can see that, the market keeps wanting to drive down, but yet it won't. Price action, really wants to drive down, but it won't, right? So there is key levels that we are still kind of watching for. We did lose key levels, so we'll take a look at those here on this video, and kind of see where we're at, and let's see if we kind of start to roll over. There is some higher time frames and stuff that we could take a look at, and again, let's just build out those key levels. So let me go ahead and jump into the charts here, and let's take a look at kind of what's going on. So you can see we're sitting here on a 15-minute chart, and let's go ahead and clean some of this up. And you can see that this is kind of that key level that we've been bouncing into. Today, Sunday has been all over the place. It started to break down earlier today, then came back up. This is kind of target 3 if you're looking at our level. So hit target 1 pretty quick here in the morning, came down and cleaned out target 2. Which is good. Tried to take our target 3 and then went up really for that stop. It acted like it was actually going to have charge to run up. You can see that it didn't quite get through there, and then just came down with a lot of energy and broke down. This is why you always got to be careful trading at the end of the week. We are at the end of the quarter as well. A lot of energy in the space, but let's go ahead and go out to the higher time frames and really start to break this down. Let's go out to that weekly. So the one thing that we do know is the weekly has been bearish for a little while. And you can see really this started in January 19th, roughly, that we created. That's right here when it back tested up and we got the breakdown. Since then, we have been bearish, and things are getting bottomed out, though, if you're looking at different indicators or what you decide. I do show a lot of the weekly getting close to bottoming out. We still have this 200 coming up against price action, which is awesome. Right now it's right around that 60,000, which we do know has been a level that we have looked for. Right now we're at 66,100. We know 68,200 is a strong level that we need to get above. And then you do have the higher time frames on top of that we can start to still dig through, which is at 70,000, and continue just to build out. The weekly does have a lot of trauma still to get through. Obviously, I'm still looking for it to get above its 21. Right now, it's still sitting in a neutral state. So, like I said, it could sell off here, but it hasn't really did it yet. Now, you do have this pattern that's starting to get a little bit stronger here on a floor, and we could see some peculation down, right? Some price action that rips down out of here. You do have this hard area here. Now that doesn't really make sense for it to just crash out of this kind of pattern. It just doesn't really look, when things don't look quite right, they're probably not. And that's what I would say right now if you're trying to draw this out on the weekly. Really, I'd be looking at right now the key area is, if you were just trying to draw on some support in here, I'd be looking at more of these parallel lines within a channel. And you're kind of sitting on the bottom of this channel right now. This thing could rip back up and come back up into that 74, or let's go ahead and line this up around 73,500 level, roughly in that area here in the weekly. We could easily start to break down from here. We're kind of on the bottom, so it's like, are we going to hold here and start to break down for the lower area? It's still saying that yes, it could go down lower here on the weekly. So we're not out of the woods yet, so let's kind of see that support. Here on the daily, you can see that we've been playing around this area for a little bit. Same channel that I just drew earlier. That was our original breakdown here, and then we've been trading along on the daily. You can see back here in the past, we did go lower, but this is a strong area that we're holding right now. It is down in the exhaustion area. It already kind of went down there. It did try to push up, and price action really didn't drive very hard. And but when the sellers kick in, the sellers aren't taking over either. So we're going to have to watch to see how things are. We don't really have a hard bounce yet. We are still technically in a bearish overall on the daily though, because we are underneath the 200, we're underneath the 21. Everything is still kind of sitting neutral. It is starting to show sell-off. Really, since this pattern here, we back tested it right in this area, and this really is a continuation of a sell-off here. So if this is really that pattern, right, if you're trading on the daily, let me go ahead and open it up a little bit, and let me actually do it this way so it's a little cleaner for you. So that would be kind of like when you lost that 21 would be the entry. Stop back up here on that high. So you kind of have a head and shoulder pattern. This does look like it could start to break down. And you might say, well, where could we break down to? It kind of depends on how you want to mark it. If you're looking at that pattern right there, this is kind of that bottom of it breaking out right now, or tried to do it here this afternoon. So you could see right around that, 50, 55. Definitely that 60,000 is on the table here. That would not be surprising. Now you could actually look at this higher drop, which we've talked about this in the past already as well. I have a hard time believing this. Like, let's be real. Everybody loved to buy Bitcoin at 35,000, 40,000. It's going to take a lot to get it down there. Like, let's be real. Like, anything is too good to be true. That's really the reality. You know, free is not free, like everybody says. So let's be real here. It definitely could come down and take out this area. That would be great, actually, on the daily. Let's be real with the way the price action is. Let's get it to break down, get this nice close down in this area, and then start to have it rebuild back up, and then maybe have a small little draw back down again and take off. So you have a nice little head and shoulder pattern in there as it goes up. That would be an awesome daily structure. Now, is it going to do that right now? I definitely is sitting on that last little draw, and currently looking at our indicators and what's going on. This is bearish, right? Let's go down into the 4 hour. It's the same thing. It lost it through the weekend here. At the end of the week, it started to lose the core levels that I've been talking about all the time on the videos. If you're underneath that 21, underneath that 200, that's an easy, you're bearish. And if we look at the charts right now, let me open them up a little more. This is kind of what it already drew down today. So really you are looking at more of this kind of pattern through the end of the week. So it is kind of setting up with that kind of upward drawback onto the charts, and then you kind of have that flagging pattern, and that flagging pattern really is what I just had sitting on the charts, which is right through here, right? And then this might be sitting more like this. Let me go ahead and get rid of that extra line here, and we could just get rid of this trade here. But you could be looking at something like that. Then look at really the drawdown. You could take this whole drawdown if we wanted down in this lower area. Now this could take a little bit to play out. It might not just drop out, but you know, you're looking at that 60,000 level right now, sitting where it's sitting right now. It's already tested it. Came down and bounced, started to pull back. This could trade in here. This might be a little bit bigger of a pattern that it could trade out in. That's definitely still bearish. Now, what are we going to do to get bullish again or start getting back in that behavior? Is this 21 needs to start coming underneath price action, and we need to get back up in this neutral zone and get above the 200 to really get bullish again. The 1 hour is the same thing. You know, we had the hard breakdown, started to come back up, got above the price action, but it's still it's weak. It's trying to do like a rollover right now. Now we're starting to test the 21 in this. We're already bearish because we're underneath the daily, or the 200, I mean, as well. This is all showing possible breakdown, and what I'm watching for is the energy to kind of show exhaustion, but yet we don't have price action push up. That is a good sign of that as well. These are all key levels that we drew earlier on the higher time frames. Still looking at that 60,000 to 55,000 range. So that's definitely on the table, and we need to start getting some energy on the upside. And we had some crazy up and down behavior here on the 15-minute here as we close into our weekly candle close. And you can see that it's trying to reverse right here. We might get a little bit of up, maybe get up into that 68,000 level. But if we can't clear that 68.2, definitely start to see it come back down. We bounce this level and really can start seeing it trade on down to that lower zone. Which right now it is kind of calling that name. If I was going to be looking at this week and you're like, hey, where are we more likely to go? Probably go up to test that 68 level and then get the breakdown. Does seem pretty high probability on the table. And really that's just, I guess looking at the 200 on the 1 hour right now, it puts it right in this pocket. This kind of comes down in that area. Price action probably could trade up, easily come up and then break down. All key levels watch for this coming week. Going back out on the weekly chart and really looking at price action, you can see that it's getting ugly. We came down, the weekly came up and started to show like some strength, then sold off. This last candle tried to come up again and fell short. So you have the three candles kind of standing here, and this candle right here is really showing that we could run down into that 200 on the weekly. It's been calling that for a little while. So we'll kind of have to see how it works. This candle may go up a little bit and trade back up into that 68, right? That's kind of right around this level. And then we'll, look for this lower breakdown. Really would be nice if we could really get the weekly candle closed down here and get some body of candles and really start building some strength on this higher time frames. So all right guys, I will leave you with that, kind of looking at those key levels, right? Either we kind of hold the line in the sand where we're at right now, which is right around that 65,500 level, and if we can't, then we are looking for the lower levels. Be careful though, we could rip back up, come back up and test this upper area, which is anywhere from, I'm looking at the daily, so that 21 probably would be kind of a key area to watch, just under that 70,000. Could see this bounce back up. It could even come up half of that, around that 68,000 level, and then we could see this roll over and start to break down. So we'll have to kind of watch it and pay attention this week. And it's getting exciting. There's some energy, a lot of energy in the space too, a lot of negativity, but it's almost like too late. That's been happening really in the last couple of months. So we're finally now it's almost becoming so much in the news. I think a lot of times price action kind of front runs a lot of this. So when all the negative finally gets there, price will actually go positive. So we'll watch for that. Go ahead and like and subscribe, guys. Put any comments in there. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.